Koby, you really seemed to come out aggressive in the second half. Can you kind of take us through your mindset after halftime and what you were trying to do in the second half?
I was just really trying to set the tone for my team. I'm considered one of the leaders on the team, so it was just my job to try to get the guys going. Marcus was in a little bit of foul trouble, and I was just trying to be more aggressive. Coach told me to be more aggressive, and I just try to get into the paint, suck the defense in, and the passes out. So that's what I tried to do in the second half, and it worked out well for us.
What was the message at halftime?
Well, in the first half, they were being more physical than us. So the whole message was we got to be tougher. We got to be more physical. We got to hit guys on the blockouts. We got to rebound. We got to go to the offensive glass. We got to be stronger with the ball. Just everything was just about toughness plays and being physical. And once we got the message, we went out there and did it. We executed it, and it worked out in our favor. So.
Marcus kind of carried the load for you guys in the first game. Today, you stepped up. Sakar had some big shots down the stretch. Jamal. Is it important for you guys to kind of develop that secondary scores to complement Marcus?
Yeah, I mean we gotta be balanced. Like Coach said, all guys got to contribute. From the 5-man, 4-man, 3-man, everyone has to contribute. Everyone's got to be aggressive. Everyone's got to look for their shot. It can't just be Marcus shooting and then us just watching him, just make a play. We got to be aggressive as well. We got to help him out. We have good guys on this team. We got guys who are really skilled and really good basketball players, and we could be a really balanced basketball team, scoring-wise. So that's what we strive to do every day.
How will that confidence help build you, especially going towards Wisconsin on Sunday?
It's a big confidence booster. Purdue's a big-time program. I think this is the first time we beat them in program history, so that's a lot. That adds a lot of confidence to us. Just all the hype that's been building up, on our side for this game. Just going in here and proving that we belong here. Just because we lost some guys last year doesn't mean that we're not going to be as good as this year. We're going to be better. We're going to be better this year. So, just coming out and trying to prove that and then actually doing it against a good program, it's a great boost for our confidence. So,
No field goals allowed in the last 6 minutes. Was there a particular adjustment towards the end of the second half that you guys made?
No, just playing harder. Just locking into the game plan. Just basically just locking in and playing harder and heating the ball up, ball pressure, make sure we talk on back screens, make sure we talk on staggers, and all of that. So just being locked in and being more aggressive on the defensive end.
Speaking of Koby, he seemed to come out very aggressive in the second half. What did you see out of him? Was there a difference between what he was doing in the first half and the second half, or what do you think it was?
Yeah, I think Koby came into the game and has practiced. He's got the mindset of being a distributor, and I thought while that's a good quality to have, trying to set other people up, you can't forget your strengths. So one of the things that we asked him to do after the first half was to be more aggressive, because we need him. He can score, and him being aggressive will open things up for other guys. And I thought, again, it's all good intentions, because he was trying to distribute, but we need him to. He's got to find a balance between being a scorer, which he can do obviously at a high level, and being a distributor. But also, again, it's this was a heavyweight type of fight, and that's the first time that he's played in a game like that in a Marquette uniform. So let's give him a little bit of grace.
What type of adjustments did you make in the posts? Obviously a much different first half than second half down there.
Yeah, obviously Purdue and Matt, Purdue's got a great program, and Matt's one of the top coaches in the U.S., and their offense is very difficult to guard because they're in constant motion. And, I thought their offense had us on our heels in the first half, and then an area that we struggled at, in particular in the first half, was finishing possessions with defensive rebounding. We defended their actions better in the second half, and we also rebounded the ball better. And that allowed us to, and that's reflected in the numbers that they shot in the second half, 20% from the field and 10% from the three-point range, which was, a credit to our players for a heck of a defensive effort.
We got contributions from a lot of different people. Sakar, Jamal came off the bench. Was it important for you for those guys to develop as kind of complementary players?
Yeah, I mean, who on our team's in the same role as they were in last year besides Marcus? I mean, that's the reality of it. I know that can be lost at times on people, but the fact of the matter is we have guys in new roles, and there's going to be an evolution, and there's going to be growth. But the thing I was really proud of with our guys, you shouldn't have to grow as a competitor while you're growing as a player. I thought our guys, especially after the last 22, 23 minutes of the game, I thought our guys were very competitive. And I thought Jamal, in particular, off the bench, gave us a huge spark. He just had a bounce. He made a lot of energy plays. He got a lot of 50-50 balls. So I was very proud of his effort.
Coach, while the Gavitt games are still in its infancy, still a few years into it, what's it like to finally get that first win, especially given the fact you guys lost to Purdue a couple of years beforehand?
It's great. I mean, I don't know how long the Gavitt games have been around. I mean, it's great because this year's team beat a hell of a program. We're not concerned about a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. That has nothing to do with this group, and I appreciate you asking it, but we're focused on this year's group, and this year's group had a hell of a win against a hell of a program.
Knowing it is just the second game, just your thoughts on how satisfying this victory was, the way it happened, coming from 18 down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 28-point swing in a game is a huge swing, and it takes character to do that. I thought our players and team and program showed great character against an outstanding program, and I was very proud of that. Obviously, I think we can play better. Some of that's the fact that Purdue's really good, but we're a work in progress, and we can get a lot better. But to grind out a game where you win like that is very good coming second game of the year. All right, that was abrupt.